And I want to thank Leading Age for being a leading partner as we design and implement this research effort. Combined, we believe these efforts are essential to providing safe, quality housing to our seniors, to ensuring Medicaid services serve seniors better today, and to ensuring these tools are strengthened for our nation's seniors for the decades to come. All of these efforts are fundamentally about the same thing: providing seniors options for living where they want, whether it's in quality assisted living or in their homes, their neighborhoods, their communities. In recent years, we've seen seniors moving back to city centers and inner-ring suburbs, and I believe there are 4 fundamental reasons why. First and foremost, because it's a matter of affordability. Families who use transit spend on average 16% less on transportation costs. Secondly, because they recognize that these kinds of living arrangements translate into better health, with better access to doctors, better outdoor environments that are more walkable, and better indoor environments that are more comfortable and more energy efficient. Third, because they feel safer. The more Americans that live close to transit and accessible transportation, the safer our roads are, because there are more choices for everyone. And lastly, because of something that goes deeper than dollars and cents, because seniors value their communities and their neighborhoods. Town centers and villages are not only more walkable for seniors, they're not as isolating as sprawling communities are either, with front doors, porches, and sidewalks. These kind of amenities have a huge impact on seniors' ability to age in place. These are the kinds of choices tens of thousands of seniors are already making because they recognize that affordable, supportive community features and services and adequate mobility options are essential to aging in place. In fact, my mother-in-law and father-in-law made the decision to move back from a place they lived in New Jersey to our hometown of Brooklyn. And they made that decision for exactly those reasons that I've described. I've seen this personally. Now, of course, 2 weeks after they did that, the president was inaugurated, and I stole their grandchildren from them and moved to Washington, D.C., and I'm still digging myself out of that hole. But I have seen very personally the kind of decisions, as we all have, that seniors are making to re-engage with communities and to find places that support all of their needs. I'll give you another example. We found at HUD that helping frail elderly live at home independently can cost less than half to 2/3 of the costs in a nursing home. But the truth is, preserving affordable housing in transit-rich areas is becoming a major challenge. This has huge implications for lower-income seniors and those in minority communities in particular. That's one reason we're giving points to our Section 202 applicants who propose building senior housing in walkable neighborhoods with proximity to transit. That's one big reason last fall the Department of Transportation and HUD awarded $170 million to help regions and communities develop comprehensive housing and transportation plans that create jobs and economic growth. In Randolph County, Virginia, where the local senior center runs the only transit service in the county, you can see how these grants weren't about one-size-fits-all rules that tell communities what to do, but saving the taxpayer money by coordinating investments more effectively and efficiently. In community after community, from Roanoke to Oakland, we've seen that senior housing can be anchors for transit-oriented development and neighborhood revitalization all across the country. Anchors that not only serve seniors, but do it leveraging millions of dollars in private investment. By requesting another $150 million in our 2012 budget, we want every community in the country to have a chance to compete for these tools, and we need your support to ensure that they do. These investments reflect a larger conversation going on in communities around the country about how we can live within our means while still meeting the needs of seniors. Those conversations aren't about big government or small government. They're about smarter government, one that does more with less. They're about effective government, one that leverages private investment for the public good. Because just as we can't win the future if we don't start living within our means today, we won't win the future if we throw our hands up at the challenges we know are on the horizon. Whatever the issue, whether it's preserving housing, connecting that housing to a better quality of life, or rebuilding our communities, America's seniors deserve the dignity of a secure retirement and a government that's on their side. As our nation's housing secretary, I'm committed to being that partner to our nation's seniors and to leading age. So I look forward to working with you in the weeks and months to come, and I hope you enjoy the rest of this conference. Thank you all so much. Thank you.
Secretary Donovan, a man of vision about housing policy, one who sees that HUD programs are an investment in the economic and personal and family health of every community. He and his staff are working with HHS, and I can tell you that is a first, to have those two secretaries together coordinating housing and services policy. And with members like you, to make sure that current programs are more effective and efficient while creating the HUD of the future. The Secretary knows that affordable housing is fundamental to the health of seniors and those younger people with challenges. We must help him reframe the discussion around that agenda. Mr. Secretary, this is a group of people from Lansdale, Pennsylvania to Los Angeles, California, from Portland to Augusta, who are experienced with that agenda. They know more about compassion and ingenuity to put programs together that are hard to put together, and they pay their debts, and they are representative of the kind of investment in seniors and in communities, and yes, in jobs that have a track record that I believe is unsurpassed in the use of government programs. We look forward to the future of working with you, Mr. Secretary, together on moving forward the housing agenda. It's not a welfare or a handout. It's an investment in the health of every one of us and future generations. My mother, my late mother, was an early volunteer in one of the first 202 programs in Atlanta. And it was what we would call today housing with services. And she was proud of it as a Methodist. I remember the day she called me and she said, "We've got to talk because I'm moving in to the towers. They have a place for me." And she was about $2,200 a month income, retired county employee. She had like 3 $10,000 life insurance policies from my dad, and she thought she was the Queen Mother. And I think about how that program, with its meal services program and entertainment and the health nurse coming by and the chaplain, sustained her life in a quality way that she felt supported by that community and beyond in the last 4 years of her life. Everybody's mother deserves that. I was talking to Bill Brown over here from Lansdale, Pennsylvania, Mr. Secretary. They've got a 30-something year tradition of affordable housing for seniors and are about to launch into a new 60-unit project. They stopped counting at 1,000 people that want to live there. Now, surely together, we can find a way to continue to meet the needs of people like that through responsible sponsors like you and a government that views all of this in a visionary way as a partnership with us as we move forward together. And Mr. Secretary, you're at the top of that leadership, because without the leadership at your level, we know that doesn't happen, or certainly doesn't happen without a lot of difficulty. So, Mr. Secretary, thank you. Let us know how leading age can follow HUD. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And I'm sure you're not surprised, but this is well-deserved. It's the chair citation presented to the Honorable Shaun Donovan, United States Secretary for Housing and Urban Development. And it reads, "In appreciation for your tireless work on behalf of older adults in your commitment to providing our country's seniors with affordable housing and housing with services that meet their need. And when you go back, Carol Galante sent me big love. I send it right back to her.
Thank you, Win. Thank you all so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks so much for being here. Let's give Secretary Donovan another round of applause as the exit.